God. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Let's get to some breaking news right now out of Dallas, where two planes crashed mid-air during an air show just a few hours ago. The terrifying collision happened at Dallas Executive Airport, where the wings over Dallas
Photos of the ill-fated B-17 bomber were taken just seconds before the mid-air collision by Mark Colburn, a retired Dallas Police Department helicopter pilot.
The last photo that I shot was the B-17, or was the Spitfire overtaking the B-17.
Colburn was also listening to a radio call from the show coordinator on the ground, telling the pilot of the P-63 to overtake the bomber.
They were in the turn, and when the air boss said, go ahead and take the lead, I thought, well, that's kind of rushing everything.
Colburn's gut reaction was confirmed moments later when he took this last photo.
It was just an awful feeling. And then, of course, you saw the big clouds of smoke, a black smoke that billowed up. And oh my gosh, it was horrible to watch.
I've found deficiencies in pretty much all of their operations, in my opinion. I would not get on one of those planes myself.
Kent Krause is a Dallas aviation attorney who represented victims of a deadly crash in Midland involving a B-26 that killed 5 people. It was operated by the CAF when it was then called the Confederate Air Force.
And certainly the matter I handled before, I thought there was lapses in both repair, maintenance that occurred with the aircraft, as well as the skill of the pilots that were operating it.
The head of the Commemorative Air Force has defended his organization's training and preparation in the wake of the crash. In fact, before the crash, he posted photos on social media of a planning meeting inside a hangar that included the crews of the 2 planes who would lose their lives. The NTSB, which will begin its investigation, as we've reported, sometime early tomorrow. Live in Dallas, J.D. Miles, CBS 11 News.
A lot of folks just shaken up by seeing all of that. J.D., thank you.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. A terrifying scene in the skies above Dallas. Spectators who came to see a vintage air show for Veterans Day weekend instead witnessed a tragedy. I'd like to warn you, the video is graphic. 2 planes are mid-flight when one collides with the other, both crashing to the ground in flames. Debris was scattered so widely, a nearby highway had to be shut down. The city's mayor called the accident a terrible tragedy for the city. Both the NTSB and F.A.A. are now investigating. We begin tonight with Morgan Chesky at the site of the crash in Dallas.
An air show turned absolute nightmare. 2 planes colliding over the skies in Dallas, ripped apart midair before falling in a fiery crash. Hundreds of onlookers watching.
Are you serious?
In utter disbelief.
People, this is real.
The horrific collision caught from multiple angles around 1:20 p.m. shows a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress struck by the smaller Bell P-63 Kingcobra. The low-altitude flight leaving little room for air.
Affirmative. It is on the airport. We had an air collision. It's down on the airport.
Both World War II-era planes flying for the Wings Over Dallas Air Show immediately canceled as emergency crews rushed to the flaming wreckage.
We are on scene. We do have a plane down. It's smoking. We are still quite a ways from it. Looks like Red 49 is making their way to the down aircraft.
The F.A.A. says it's unknown how many people were on board each plane and what could have possibly caused the well-rehearsed air show to take such a terrifying turn.
I think there was a collective moment of shock where we didn't know what to say or what to do.
J.P. Santiago watched the tragedy in real time, standing next to his son for what was supposed to be an air show highlight.
We did see an explosion on the midsection of the fuselage just aft of the wing. The empennage fell off and the rest of the bomber cartwheeled into the ground in just in a huge fireball.
Tonight, an aviation community in mourning with an investigation that's just begun.
Morgan joins us now from the crash site. What do we know about those on board, Morgan?
Yeah, Jose, right now, one event organizers declining to say how many people were on board both of those aircraft, but they did say that a typical B-17 crew in one of these air shows has anywhere from 4 to 5 people. And on top of that, many of those taking part, former military and airline pilots who volunteer to do this and fly these planes all over the country and the entire world. Jose?
Morgan Chesky in Dallas, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today.
Now to a developing story out of Dallas, Texas. Tragedy at a World War II air show after 2 planes collided midair. ABC's Christian Sloan has the very latest.
2 historic military planes collided and crashed to the ground Saturday, sending plumes of black smoke into the sky over Dallas's executive airport.
Sending alert 3 at Redbird Airport. We had an air collision down on the airport.
According to the F.A.A, a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress and a Bell P-63 Kingcobra collided during the commemorative Air Force wings over Dallas's air show.
This is a World War II flight demonstration type air show where we highlight the aircraft and their capabilities and what actually happened in World War II. It's very patriotic.
Boeing says most B-17s were scrapped at the end of World War II, with only a handful remaining today, largely featured at museums and in air shows.
This is not about the aircraft. It's just not, I can tell you. The aircraft are great aircraft. They're safe. They're very well maintained. The pilots are very well trained. It's difficult for me to talk about it because I know all these people. These are family, and they're good friends.
Debris from the crash fell onto a nearby highway, leading authorities to shut down the road in both directions. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board will investigate the cause of the collision, with the NTSB taking the lead. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.